Welcome to today's SeafoodNews.com video, sponsored by the Alaska Seafood Marketing Institute.
Good morning. It's Monday, May 13th. The tie-up in the Canadian lobster industry this spring is really unprecedented. Fishermen continue to stay ashore from PEI to New Brunswick to Nova Scotia, and this is having a major impact in the industry. It really represents a historic turning point. What's happened is that the processors in Canada, instead of frantically bidding against each other to get lobsters, have said that they will no longer pay prices that are going to lose them money in the future. What happened last spring in PEI was that there was initially some issues about finding lobsters and some concern about what the total supply was going to be. So the processors very quickly bid up the price at times to around $4.50 for market lobsters at the shore. And many lobsters came ashore. Well, of course, what happened later was that processors lost tremendous amounts of money as more lobsters from Maine flooded into the market and the actual shore price of lobsters dropped down to $3 last summer. This year, the processors are not going to put themselves in a position to repeat that same issue. And so there's a great fear of another record year of landings of lobsters in Maine, driving down the price and again causing significant losses for processors who bought spring lobsters at too high a price. So the net result has been this standoff. For years, many people have been saying that the Canadian lobster industry is broken. And the chief aspect of this is that even though the harvesters and processors have a joint interest in marketing the lobster for the highest value possible, the structure of the industry today does not permit that to happen. And so it's sort of a win-lose game instead of a win-win game. One of the things that might come out of this strike is a re-examination of how lobster prices are set. And one idea would be anything that aligns the interests of the harvesters and processors more tightly. Partly that might be jointly taking market risk together, which would mean delaying some payments or paying some sort of bonus in the fishery once the product is sold. And so if it's sold at a higher price than initially thought, both the packers and the harvesters would benefit. Of course, there's many issues about setting up new ways to sell lobsters and market lobsters in Canada, but it's obvious right now that we have the worst of both worlds, with a very chaotic fishery that's producing surges of product, undervaluing the product in the marketplace, and leading to economic losses all around. This has got to change. In Lexington, Mass., this is John Sackton.
Today's SeafoodNews.com video was brought to you by the Alaska Seafood Marketing Institute. Alaska has been protecting wild and sustainable seafood for generations and adheres to the most recognized and internationally accepted set of guidelines written by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. For recipes and additional information, visit wildalaskaflavor.com.